Welcome back. On the campaign trail, President Trump hitting key swing states yesterday, doubling down on his law and order message in Florida and in North Carolina. Joe Biden is now taking his Made in America message to Michigan, touting millions of new manufacturing jobs in the United States. Joining me right now is Maryland Congressional District 7 candidate Kimberly Klacik. Kimberly, it's great to see you again. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you feeling about your race?
Good morning, Maria. Thank you for having me. I feel really good about my race. As we saw the numbers recently for Black Americans and their support for President Trump, if you're voting down ballot for a Republican this time around, hopefully you'll be checking my name because he's been getting a lot of support from a lot of people. I don't think people even realized that was going to vote Republican in the first place. You know, and then you have to add on top of that all of the people that are afraid to even admit that they're voting for Trump. You know, I've got people out in the streets every single day. They're telling me that a lot of people are energized. The momentum is increasing each day, and people are listening to the message. You know, we're talking about career opportunities. We're talking about school choice. We're talking about law and order, everything that President Trump is talking about, and I think we're going to fare well.
You know what, Kimberly, you raised such an important point. I know that the African-American vote is critical for President Trump. Can you walk us through what you believe are the most important issues for that community and whether or not the president's policies have resonated there?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think first and foremost is what we see in the headlines all of the time now, and that is that whole defund the police narrative. You know, there was a poll done, I think, by Gallup that talked about 81% of Black Americans do not want to defund the police. And those that are preyed on the most are those living in dangerous neighborhoods like we have in Baltimore, Easterwood, Sandtown, Carrollton Ridge, those areas that need more police on the ground. You know, we're down police officers right now. So as he talks about law and order, that message is resonating because people want more law and order.
Kimberly, this is such an important point, and it's an issue that we take up on this program a lot. Looking at some of the Democratic-run cities in this country, they are a wreck right now. Look at New York, look at Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles. By the way, these are L.A. and San Fran are the districts of Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff. You walk along streets locally, and there are tents, needles on the floor, homelessness, etc. What is the policy tell me about Baltimore, because you're seeing a similar situation there, and what policies do you believe are behind this?
Yeah, so, you know, this is the important piece, I think, and that is the fact that we just don't have the career opportunities. You know, Baltimore used to be a manufacturing powerhouse, and I think it's ironic that Joe Biden is talking about Made in America because it was him and his colleagues that signed over to NAFTA and pushed all the manufacturing jobs out of this country. When you look at Rochester, you know, that was another manufacturing hub, and here you've got a bunch of police officers now resigning or retiring early because they don't want to deal with the nonsense we currently have going on. You know, we can't afford to have any cops leave in Baltimore City. We're actually already down police officers. So I am really just saddened by the way things are going across the country. But I think people are really listening to Donald Trump and saying, you know what, maybe this is our guy.
Former President Obama chatting with vice presidential nominee Kamala Harris. They talked about the campaign trail and their relationships with Joe Biden. Kimberly, will Obama's involvement really be critical here for the Democratic ticket? It seems like he is behind a lot of it, and people are questioning whether or not he's going to be running the show should Joe Biden get in.
Yeah, see, I just don't think it's going to sell. Just like in 2016, we saw Hillary Clinton was running on basically being President Obama 2.0. This is what the DNC never wants to admit. But President Obama was elected, I think, because a lot of people wanted to see that first black president, right? So then they put through Hillary Clinton. Now you've got Joe Biden, but they don't fit the bill here. You know, they're always talking about the color of one's skin, you know, the gender piece. So, yeah, you've got Kamala Harris on the ticket, but I don't think it's enough to sell Joe Biden. And we see, you know, Joe's deteriorating each day. You know, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like for him to debate President Trump. You know, he is very low energy. He doesn't seem to be with it. We see now, you know, his campaign across the country right now. You've got 5 or 6 people that are in front of him at a time, where you've got President Trump just last night in front of an audience of 15,000. You know, again, I just can't see Joe Biden pulling this off.
Kimberly, real quick before you go, how are you going to pull this off in Baltimore? Like New York City, it is a 90+% liberal vote. Even for Mayor de Blasio in New York City, the electorate that came out to vote were so small that he got in because it's Democratic-led and it is Democrat vote.
Yeah, so, it is a plus 26 Democratic district that I'm running in, but I think people are really starting to see what's going on, and I think they do want to change. We've had Democrats in charge for over 50 years. We'd have billions of dollars sent into the Baltimore area. No one seems to know where that money has gone, and so people do want to change, and I'm hoping to be that change for those people.
All right, Kimberly, we'll be watching. Certainly good for you. Kimberly Klacik joining us this morning. We'll be watching from Baltimore.